Hi, Sandy. Hi, Dee. Hello there. Oh, another teacher. Hi, everybody. Glad to see y'all today. I didn't give any advance warning of this broadcast, so I wasn't sure if anybody would be able to tune in or not. Good morning. Hi, Tess. Okay, I had a lot of requests for showing how I did this page, and so we'll attempt to do it again today. Whether or not it works, I don't know, but I'll give it a try. This comes from Matthew 14, where Jesus walks on the water. Yes, it's waves. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad to see y'all. I'm sorry, I'm not sure who everybody is based on your little name, and I'm standing up to look at the phone. Good morning. Anyway, this morning I was still reading in Matthew when I had my quiet time, and I'm glad I'm here too, and I'm glad you're here. And I had written in my Bible something that I didn't see before I did this page, and I really liked it. It says, oftentimes we focus more on how far we are from the boat rather than how close we are to Jesus. And I thought that was really good, because we need to keep our eyes on him, and so that's what I'll try to do at all times, but sometimes I fail. Today I'm using pan pastels, and if you don't have pan pastels, you could make this work with watercolors as well. It's kind of the same principles. With watercolors, you leave areas of the paper white, and that's the same thing you have to do with the pan pastels. This is the set that I have. I got it on Amazon. It was about $34, but I looked for somebody the other day, and I think it's like $39 now or something like that. But they come all stacked up, and they have a few sponges that come with them. These tools that I'm using today are separate. They don't come with it, but they're inexpensive, and you can buy those to go along. And they come, you can get refills for them, because they do wear out pretty fast. Pan pastels are not oil pastels. They're very soft pastels, and they have very intense colors. You don't have to prep the page before you do it, but you do have to put a fixative on it when you finish. I was using hairspray because I'm real sensitive to strong smells, and all the fixatives really, yes, retired me too. All the fixatives are really smelly. I don't know if Michael sells them or not. I haven't looked there. I got them on Amazon, so I can't tell you that. I don't think they do. Anyway, this is the fixative that I use now, Spectra Fix, and I also ordered this online. If you stick your nose to the top of the bottle, it does smell, but it doesn't once you put it on the page. I've heard people say that when they spray regular fixative and they go back and open their Bibles, they smell that chemical smell, and I didn't want that, so that's why I got this. Sorry about that. I meant to move the phone out of here. Hold on just a minute. It's my sister. Hello? I will. Can I go? I'm doing a Periscope. I'll call you back. Sorry, girls. She wanted to borrow something, so anyway, I moved the phone out of here, so I hope that won't happen again. Okay, so this is what we're going to try to do, and I'll be doing it on the other side of the page this time, because this is a different Bible. And what I've done, and I didn't do this the first time, but the reason I did it this time was because when I did that page, I kind of went over where I wanted the white to go, and so I had to go back and do some erasing. That's one good thing about these pan pastels, you can erase them. So this up here is very faint, where I'm going to put some clouds, and then down here I put where I wanted the white caps to be in the waves. So that's like this area. I tried to do it similar, so those two in the back, and I forgot to leave those white completely when I did this before, and then this area. And I put a piece of paper behind the page because these are kind of messy. And then I save scrap paper. I do journaling with my kids in my Sunday school class, so I type that story every week, and if I have extras, I save them and use those for saving my other pages in my Bible. And I'm going to use just one of these tools, and this one is well used. And you just, after you use it, you wipe it on a paper towel and it cleans it off. And I don't know if you can see from this one, but it's starting to get a little worn. But I think hopefully it'll last while I'm doing this page. And I just mix the colors. You see how messy mine are. I mix them directly on the pan pastels. You can mix them somewhere else and then they don't get contaminated, but I do it right on the page. So I've mixed white and blue, and I'm just going to go around and try to stay away from where I put those clouds. I'm leaving some white spaces. This is pretty fast, so and if I miss any questions, y'all, I'm sorry. I'll put some more colors in there in a minute. And I will go back and add some colors in the clouds, but just to show some shape. But right now I'm just doing around them. And I'm going to put a little pinkish in there, mixing red with the white, pan pastels, and I'll do that every little bit. And maybe a little purple mixed with the white. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of blend those in a little bit. So see how easy it is to do a sky. And like I said, you could do the same thing with watercolors. Okay, I'll go back to the sky in just a minute. I might have gotten it a little bit too pink, but and for those that will watch this on YouTube, I apologize if this is not full screen, but when I tried to do it full screen on Periscope, it turned out to be sideways on YouTube. So someday they'll figure it out, or I'll figure it out. Okay, to get the straight line for the ocean, I'm just putting a piece of paper down to make my straight line. And I want the back to be dark. I am going to put a little black in it, but I thought I put too much black in it on my other page, so I'm not going to get quite that carried away. But I'm just going to go along that line, pan pastels. And I'll add a little bit more because I want that to be the darkest part right back there. And like I said to somebody on online, because the Bible pages don't have any tooth to them, yes, I spray fixative after I finish. After a while, you can't put any more pan pastel. It kind of is saturated, but sometimes you can spray with a fixative. I did use hairspray to begin with, and then add a little bit more color. Okay, I mixed up some of the green and blue and white, and I'm just going to continue to go in and just gradually get lighter, leaving those areas where I'm putting my waves. A little bit more of that greenish. color in there. And like I said, if you get too much of one thing and you decide you don't like it, you can go back with an eraser and take some of it up if you haven't sprayed it yet. So you can already get the idea of the waves. Okay, now I want to go back and darken underneath where the breakers are. Hi, Michelle. So I'm going to mix the blue and the green and a touch of black, and I'm going to darken under there. And the same under here. I will put this on YouTube when I'm done with it. It takes a while to download it, but I will put it on. And it's just under my name, Susan Kaczynski. All of my videos, I think I've got about 14 on there now, are on. I know, I can't believe I've done that because I just started doing them, it seems like, but all of a sudden, I've got right many. Okay, I'm darkening even more. I did add a little bit more black, just right under where the breaker is. I'm not going to do quite as much in these places, but, and as you can see, I'm still able to layer it some. Okay, I'm going to put some direction coming down, like that's the way the waves are breaking. Well, that's a good thing because I can't get rid of it. It used to even be worse. I taught kindergarten, and I grew up in the northeastern part of North Carolina, and so I said things like, this is not really a brush, this is one of these soft tools, and so that's what it is. They have these little sponges that you can put on the end, so it's just a little sponge. Anyway, I used to say, instead of cow, I said cow, and so everybody would have me say, "How no brown cow," and that's the way I said it. And when I was teaching kindergarten, one of my students said, they call me Miss G. Oh, really? One of my students said, "Miss G, you didn't go to kindergarten when you were little, did you?" And I said, "They didn't have kindergarten when I was little." And he said, "I didn't think so because you don't talk right." So I tried to correct myself from saying those words, but anyway, the rest of it is here to stay. All right, I'm just going to add a little of the darks and just give some lines back here to make it look like, hopefully look like the water. I don't say wash, I say wash. There are a lot of different accents in North Carolina. I live in the mountains now. There's some. I did, Michelle, because somebody said something. You said something about my accent, and I said I don't have an accent. I was joking. Anyway, they say white and night and stuff like that here. Okay. All right, I want to work on these clouds a little bit to make them look a little bit more like clouds. So I've got some kind of gray. I did put a little blue in there, and I'm going to add some shadows underneath the bottoms of some of the areas. And I'll go back and soften that some. Each time after I do something, I'm wiping off that sponge just on a paper towel. However, I did not wipe it totally off. I'm losing some of my white. Let me get a clean sponge and go over it a little bit. These are just little makeup sponges. Blend that in a little bit since I was still getting more color. Okay, and they don't quite stand out as much as I would like them to, so I'm going to put a little bit more of the darker blue around them. Yep, get them out. If y'all don't follow Michelle, you should. She's done some really cool videos, and she has a YouTube channel as well. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So just keep looking at it, and if you need to go back and add some things, just keep kind of playing with it. Okay, now the waves didn't look quite enough like snow to me, so I've got this Sharpie water-based paint pen, extra fine, and so I went back in and just kind of put some little dots for the spray, and then I would kind of touch it with my finger. I'm sorry, my hand is kind of in the way. I don't want to put too much over here because this does kind of cover up the words, so I try to do it where the words are, there are no words. How did you lose that Georgia accent? Because I guess if you practiced it just like anything else. Hold my hand funny so y'all can see this. I know it is amazing and how easy it is. That's what I keep telling everybody. Drawing and art is a skill just like anything else. Riding a bike, cooking, playing the piano. It just takes practice. So I don't want to hear any of y'all saying I can't draw. Just say I can't draw. I can't do that yet maybe, or but don't say you can't draw, because I think everybody can. Just have to practice and look at videos. Like I said, there last video, there are lots on YouTube that you can, I watch them all the time because I learn new things from other people. Right, learn to see the lights and the darks, the shapes. When I teach my I teach 4, 5, and 6-year-olds in Sunday school, and we do journals every Sunday based on their Bible story for the day. And when we draw something, like a couple of weeks ago we drew pigs because it was the story of the prodigal son, and we'll just look at the shapes, and when you break something down like that, then it's easy to put it together. Okay, y'all don't need to sit here and watch me do lots and lots of dots, but I think that's basically, oh, I did go back in also, and I added a few, little lines back here with this white as well. And you see what that does to my finger when I don't like it to be too sharp, so that's why I touch it. You could use something else besides your finger. Well, I think that might get kind of boring. And y'all wouldn't believe how long it takes to download these things on YouTube. So that's why I try to keep them, you know, not too long. Okay, and I would also put some of the dots down here. And well, let me do one more thing before I let you go. Put some down here. And then you could also, with that same blue and white mixed, you know, go in and add some, you know, like there, do the same thing we did in the clouds. Just add some, a little dimension in the whatever those are, waves. Let's see if I can find a clean spot on that sponge. And okay, so that's sort of the idea. Anybody got any questions? Well, this is the only one I've ever bought, and I bought it, you know, I don't have any more. They come, oh, they've got scrumptious colors, but so far, I mean, if you mix these, you can make a lot of different colors. The only thing I haven't been thrilled with is this green is not really it's a beautiful green, but it's not really a natural green if you're doing leaves or something. But you can mix yellow and blue to make that, or you can, you know, and add some brown to it to make different olive greens or whatever. So just kind of play with the mixing. And we all need to remember what I said to begin with. Oftentimes we focus more on how far we are from the boat rather than how close we are to Jesus. So focus on Him and we won't sink. Thanks for joining me today, girls, and I'll get this loaded on YouTube as soon as I can. My channel there is Susan Gazinski. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the hearts. Blending, well, I use this sponge, or I use a makeup sponge. They're sponges that come with the set. This is one of them, and they're a nice dense sponge. The makeup sponges are a lot squishier than these are. And you keep on using them. All you have to do is wipe them off. Even though that one looks filthy, I still use it. I wipe it off on a paper towel, and I just hadn't cleaned it, so that's why I didn't use it just then. And if you get a set of the tools, they come with a square one, a pointed one, and a rounded one. I think, well, no, maybe those are two different ones. Oh yeah, 4 different ones. I'll take the sponges off of them so you can see. I think these are called soft tools, and I got these on Amazon too. And then I got a bag of refill sponges that, you know, you can, once the sponges go, you can just put a new one on because they don't last forever. Okay, I think that's it. Now I'm going to spray my page with this Spectra Fix. And like I said, the reason I got this one, there are cheaper ones. I'm sensitive to smells, and so this one doesn't smell. I'm washing a tablecloth for my sister, and she has to wait till it comes out of the washing machine. Okay, girls, thanks for joining me. See you late next time. You're so welcome. Blessings to all of you.